It's always feeling like YouTube is getting more and more difficult. Harder to get people to subscribe to your channel, harder to actually stand out, and therefore harder to grow. Well, the truth is you're actually not imagining it. You are correct. But here's the thing that people get wrong. They say YouTube is saturated, and that alone is the problem. The truth is there is something far more dangerous going on, and in this video, we're going to find out what it is. We're going to break down exactly what's making YouTube so hard to grow on at the moment, and once you understand the problem and the solution, it's going to fix your content game forever. Let's deal with the obvious first. Yes, YouTube is more saturated than ever before. More creators, more channels, and more videos being uploaded every single minute. In fact, there's somewhere between 2.6 to 3.7 million videos being uploaded to YouTube every single day. Once YouTube Shorts was at the height of its launch, it was estimated that that increased to 20 million videos being uploaded every single day. Not only that, but YouTube channels are growing. New creators are becoming established creators are becoming actual brands, and those actual brands are becoming global content powerhouses. That makes it all the harder to win the click. It's more difficult to get the impressions in the first place, let alone actually standing out and having people click on your video. But here's what's interesting. Despite all that, people are watching more YouTube than ever before. YouTube is starting to replace the traditional TV, and in many cases, it already has. People aren't just watching one or two of their favorite channels anymore. They're always discovering new creators, new channels, new content formats, and new niches. So if more people than ever are on YouTube to consume content, but the growth still feels harder, well, that shows that there's a bottleneck somewhere else. The real problem is people's attention, and people are taking a lot longer to build trust with creators. Here's a stat that a lot of brands, businesses, and creators don't even think about. It's estimated that it takes around 40 minutes before someone will actually subscribe to your channel. That's 40 minutes of watching your videos, and that might be 8, 10, 12 videos depending on the length of your content. Just let that sink in. It's already hard enough to get people to actually click on your videos. Never mind watch it all the way through, and then never mind go and watch another batch of videos after that. But that's the effort that it now takes to get even just one subscriber on YouTube today. And this is why growth feels slower. It's not because your content is bad, it's not because YouTube hates you, it's just that trust is getting delayed. Think of it like this, we all have a limited amount of time within a week. And Ofcom here in the UK estimates that people are watching 1.2 to 1.5 hours of YouTube per day. Let's round that up to 1.5 hours and assume that is 90 minutes. Now let's break down the different use cases as to why someone would go onto YouTube. First of all, they might just be consuming their favorite creators to be entertained and nothing more. Next, they might be going onto YouTube to find out information, things like education, how-to guides, or tutorials. The third reason is that they could just be on YouTube Shorts, doom scrolling their life away, not really bothered about the next video that appears in their feed. No one really goes onto YouTube Shorts with a purpose to find a specific creator. Now, for easiness, let's assume that those three main behaviors are split evenly across the 90 minutes, and that is 30 minutes each. The likelihood is that your content will fall into one of the two main categories, either pure entertainment or something like information and education. Now, both of those types of content will eventually cross over to YouTube Shorts, i.e. you can cross-post micro clips or whatever it is on to YouTube Shorts, no problem. If you're in entertainment, you'll be competing against channels that your viewer is already subscribed to or enjoys to consume content from time to time. And here's where it gets worrying, because the average person is now subscribed to over 100 YouTube channels. Imagine competing with 100 channels for 30 minutes of attention. If you were to split that evenly, that's actually around 20 seconds per channel, which is definitely not enough time to build the trust that your audience needs. Don't forget, you're then competing against other videos and other creators to land on their homepage and browse features and suggested videos. These could all be new channels that viewer has never seen before, and you're competing to stand out. You can see then how difficult it is to get eyes on your channel, let alone having them stick around. Attention is now the most limited resource on the platform, and YouTube viewers are now consuming content the same way they do on Netflix. They're sampling, they're skipping, and they're trying out creators before they commit. You could see then why it would take days, weeks, months, or even years of someone seeing your content before they became a loyal viewer. So let's look at the habit building rule that most creators ignore. There's a principle in business. Customers build habits and habits build loyalty. If you can get a customer to transact with your business 4 times in quick succession, they are far more likely to become a long-term loyal customer. And YouTube works the same way. If you can get your viewers to watch 4 videos back to back or in a short period of time, they're far more likely to become a subscriber down the line. However, that's only if they actually watch the videos, not just click on them. And that brings us to retention. Here's why retention editing matters more than ever. If attention is scarce, then retention becomes everything. Now, retention editing doesn't have to mean super fast cuts every 2 seconds to manipulate people into watching your video even longer. But the success of your video does lie within the editing timeline. Now, I'll be making a deep dive into retention editing, but for now, here's a quick simple rule that you can follow. Cut absolutely anything that is unnecessary. Cut those huge welcomes to your video. Detailing down on a point to give context and context, nuance and nuance can all be removed. Even getting the wrong humor that you think will entertain your audience can all lead to the same thing: drop off. Use this simple editing rule. If a sentence doesn't add new value to your video or push an idea further forward, it gets cut, because you're so much better off to stack more value than waste more time. In the early days of your channel especially, you need to build authority and trust. You don't yet have that connection and permission from your audience to give context and nuance and detail down on every single point of your life. Retention editing isn't about being dramatic, it's about respecting your viewers' time. So if YouTube feels harder, here's the reframe. Growth isn't slower, trust is slower. Subscriptions aren't broken, attention is just fragmented, and one viral video won't save you, but consistent retention will. So with that, make sure you focus on standing out in the homepages and suggested videos. Then once you have that attention, make sure you keep it. Making people finish videos which naturally lead into the next one. And then finally, building habits both in your content and with viewers. Do that and the idea of saturation will soon become background noise and not a challenge. If this video helps you reframe how you think about YouTube, then make sure to click either of these videos for more help. Be sure to subscribe if you're serious about growing your brand or business using content online, and I'll see you in the next video.